Last time on Through the Closet Door, Grayson talked about changing topics for a single stream on each month.
What are we gonna do next week?
We're going to be discussing things. We haven't thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna on each new month. We're going to pick a topic and we're going to discuss things about that top that fall under that topic. Let's see how that goes. Cue the intro.
You are now tuned in to
Through the closet door.
Through the Closet Door. That's right.
Thank you. Okay, welcome back to Through the Closet Door with Rock and Grayson. And we have another person with us today.
That we do.
See if I can fix this situation. There we go. Alright. How you doing today, Yuri? It's good to have you back with us.
I'm doing fine.
Hey. So you guys are actually just chilling out for the last few hours.
Basically.
Basically. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in with this one.
Yeah.
I needed a break from all the anime. I'm tired of isekais.
Dude, oh my god, thank you. I'm so tired. Every single time I look at any anime website, it's just filled with isekai. I'm so tired.
We're in another world. We're in another world this time around. So let's go ahead and do the same for our stuff.
All right.
But instead, let's go ahead and talk about stuff in general rather than something in particular. Oh, so what about this? What about this? Gray, you've been streaming a little bit more recently.
I kinda not because I'm only doing 2 days a week right now.
Was you on Tunic?
Yeah, I'm doing Tunic and my other one is to be determined.
Dude. That's how you were always just like playing the old Mega Man X series. I was like,
I was doing.
dog,
Yeah, I did X because I'm actually planning on I used that as an opportunity to record all that for my actual for an actual video.
So you're just testing the ideas.
Yeah. It's not gonna be my first episode. My first episode is planned to be Link's Awakening, and there's a reason why. So.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Meanwhile, I'm over here playing Edge of Eternity. This is a long JRPG. Like, I don't know if y'all have actually heard of this game.
I have.
This thing is crazy long. Oh my god. I'm not gonna finish this for a long time, especially with my work schedule. I'll end up calling out later.
Sounds like me and finishing an entire series of games. Cough. I'm still not even done the East series.
He doesn't fit. He didn't even hide it. He didn't even hide it.
I didn't even hide it because I've only played Origin, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh gosh.
5 isn't out in the West, but there's a fan translation for it, and I own 6, 7, and 9, and I finally own a copy of 8. I finally got Lacrimosa of Donna. Can't play it still, but I've got it.
It's all right. It's all right.
I will be able to play it next month.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun time.
I got it for PS5 because it was the only way for me to get the physical now.
Shoot, have y'all actually played Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate 3, no.
I'm
I've
not
got the
planning-
original 2 Baldur's Gates though.
I'm not planning to go fuck bears.
I didn't. I mean, it's just one part of the game.
I love how
That's
that
one
was...
is already too many times.
Dog.
I love how that is the first thing that comes out of her mouth about Baldur's Gate.
It's the only thing I've seen, and it will be the last thing I see.
Oh wow.
That's great.
It's a very, very fun game. Well, at least that's what I've read. I've been watching people play the game because I could not buy it yet.
Yeah,
I'm over here broke.
I gotta wait.
Yeah, broke
I'm
college student.
not gonna.
I mean,
Bro-
I mean, this gives me a good opportunity to check stuff.
oh, dude, there's a few things that I actually was try to get my hands on a little bit earlier. I noticed some very interesting deals on the Steam
Oh,
on
I can.
Steam.
I can pick it up for PS5.
Oh, shoot. I was over here just on Steam looking at some of these other games, and I saw.
Because I'm trying to figure out like, oh right, so because I'm trying to pick things up on consoles right now, just so I can move things off of being entirely on PC. It's like, all right, let's see, is this on PS5? Yes, it is on PS5.
Oh, shoot. How many of y'all are gonna be wizards, man? How many of y'all are gonna be wizards?
What? Huh?
For me,
What do you mean?
Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm not interested in that game.
my sister plays it.
I'm sad. I wasn't a fan of Harry Potter either, but it was an interesting.
I was a fan of Harry Potter. I did kind of grow out of, but I have seen like the entire series and stuff. I've played some of the really old games, like 2000 games. I'm talking about here. And
I remember
my eldest cousin had the entire book series on the shelf.
You enjoyed that read. You had to have enjoyed that.
I
Read.
mean, to be fair, I only like read them when I visited him, so and then we moved, so I could continue reading, obviously.
I just love the fact that we brought up for this Baldur's Gate, and I'm staring at my shelf and I'm just seeing all of my Forgotten Realms books. Just so many of them.
Dang.
I almost own all of the entire collection by one author.
Golly. And that author was.
I am only missing a few books. So that is nice. Still gotta play the older two first though for me, because I own Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Dude, everybody's been telling me to go ahead and go and buy that game. I'm a broke college student. Oh, I was a broke college student, and then I went to Texas.
I love that. I was a broke college student, and then I went to Texas.
Yeah, it is. I've honestly never seen a situation like that before. This is a very different change over here.
Mm.
Oh boy! What else is there? What else was there on?
I mean, if you want a couple games I've picked up recently that I gotta play, other than Ys 8. I finally picked up the Fire Emblem Warriors game for 3 Houses. So I picked up Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
Ooh.
Finally picked it up, and as well, because Yuri didn't know this, I finally picked up as well the last Legend of Heroes game I was missing.
I still have to about that.
No, I didn't tell you because I actually ordered it alongside your.
Oh.
Yeah, they're both arriving at the same time, as well as my game case. Which that's gonna be great because I get to sit there and figure out. Oh right, among all the games in my library, which 80 are going into this case.
What?
So that will be fun, because I have more than 80 games on my shelf for just the Switch.
It sounds like you're about to break your shelf.
Not really.
You got more space, he says.
I still have a lot of space for Switch games, especially since most of my Switch games are stacked vertically, so they take up less space, and I can fit more. And they're not that heavy. if
The
I
Switch
can,
game is said to be.
yeah, if
Sorry, the Switch game said to be. Go ahead.
if I can stack all my Switch games up and carry them, and they don't weigh like a whole lot, it's not doing a whole lot to my shelf.
Oh boy, some very different stuff on that situation.
And then I know, like, with planned stuff, I know I have a pre-order down for me and a pre-order down for Yuri for the new Mario game.
Is it co-op?
It's got 12
It
player
is.
online.
Yeah.
Okay, so is. I thought it was. I thought it had co-op. Like,
It has local and it has online. It's got
okay,
local
so they're
4
doing
player
something right.
and online 12 with friends.
I want to see how well that's going to go down. Because honestly, you gather up 12 people. One of y'all is going to bound to be just upset with the others just running ahead.
Not really, because with the 12, each person is technically in their own session. You can go past, but you can also stay with everyone and help out those who are struggling.
That's a very big deal. I personally have always struggled when it came to co-op Mario.
Also, Yoshi on Yoshi action.
No, chill out. Chill out.
You can play as Yoshi and have Yoshi ride a Yoshi.
How often do you think you'll be sacrificing Yoshi?
None, because I'd be sacrificing a player.
That's a terrible thing. That's terrible to think about. I just remember all the times I was playing Mario.
Yeah, I know, like, way
There's a
back.
big edge.
Yeah, like, in Super Mario World, yeah, I know how that is. But, like, in this game, Yoshi is a playable character.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I gotta watch some of these playthroughs.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of Daisy.
Daisy?
Yeah, Daisy's playable in it.
Oh, Daisy.
I'm so
Yay.
happy about that. I love Daisy.
When's the last time she was a playable character?
In the spin-offs,
And, like,
that's all.
Yeah,
Only in the
spin-offs.
spin-offs. Only ever in the spin-offs.
Oh shoot.
She had her own game, but she was playable because it was one of those, Mario rescues her, so.
And it was Super Mario Land on the Game Boy.
Oh boy.
Back
So
then
many
she was
things
just a
happen
Peach
to that one.
clone.
And now,
Yeah.
She's Tomboy Princess.
And everybody loves her.
Luigi would love it. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Oh, thoughts on anime. It's fine. They're impact. Ooh.
Let's see.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring up my list real quick, because I know I think I have some anime games on my list.
Yeah, like I said, Edge of Eternity was one of those things, and it was like
Game pre-orders. I got rid of that one because I can't deal with. I'm gonna wait to deal with this one till later. All right. Oh yeah.
I need somebody to go with me on that
Another
one.
one for next month. For the month of October. Silent Hope.
Well, yeah.
Silent Hope is a game that's coming out that is a JRPG, and it looks really fun.
Yeah, basically, the premise behind it is, a bunch of adventurers got together, but none of them can speak to each other. They have to interact with each other through actions.
Pause. When I heard that, I thought y'all were actually talking about Silent Hill, and I was like, "Excuse
Nope.
me."
No, Silent Hope.
Yeah, no. Though to be
Yeah,
fair,
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, to be fair though, another game that comes out that month, other than Super Mario Bros. Wonder, is Metal Gear Solid: The Master Collection Volume 1.
That's going on. That's going on. PS5, isn't it? It's only PS5.
Switch as well.
Man, Sony is doing something right. For the first time I've actually seen this before. We're living in a different age now.
Yeah, and then in the month of November, I've got Super Mario RPG on pre-order, as well as Star Ocean: The Second Story R, which is really nice that finally the second Star Ocean's getting a re-release since the PSP finally.
There's some different things going on in that situation.
Which that makes me excited because that means the only one I'm missing, or the only two I'm missing, is one of them's the one on the PS5, the other one's the terrible one on the PS4. Because integrity and faithlessness is not the greatest, and I've still got to play it for timeline's sake.
Oh boy, that's gonna be tight. Wait, you just playing it just to get to the continuity?
Yeah, the continuity plus I can make a video on it.
Okay, because you're going to have a better understanding of that game than I will.
Considering my understanding of the series so far has just been from the last game in the continuity, or at least as far as I know. Game 6 might change that, finally, but Game 3 is the last game in the continuity, last I knew.
Oh. It's like every time I look into the new seasons of anime, I'm at least seeing one or two isekais. Then I remembered. That's not important today. That's not important today.
Alright, Divine Force happens before the third game. Okay. So it's still the last game in the series I'm familiar with.
Oh, wow. Games are fun. Oh.
Really? I would have never guessed.
Huh.
Yeah, the games are fun. Oh. Let's see, if you're going to go about this...
Yeah, games are indeed fun.
Yeah, if we're gonna go about it in that angle, I wanted to know if these companies weren't as hungry for money as they were, as you know, streaming some games is always a problem.
Yes, I have a feeling I should be changing this over to streaming and content creation.
Yay! It's like let's go ahead and talk about this because we're content creators.
Let's just start with Bandai Namco and not wanting people to stream the cutscenes of any of the Tales of games.
Oh my gosh, they hurt me so much.
Yep, which means if I ever want to make a video on any Tales of games, I have to make sure there is 0 cutscenes.
Which at that point, why even bother?
Which is really weird because there's a lot of videos on YouTube about a lot of the Tales of cutscenes. So it's like, what exactly is the guideline?
The monetization.
Yeah, any video with it immediately gets its monetization cut. It's crazy. Bandai Namco has been a company that I personally just don't know if I should be supporting as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Bandai Namco is just I feel like the only issue really comes down to like people streaming the games, and that's it.
They make fun games.
Which honestly, these days is generally one of the least issues we have. Let's be honest.
The reason I really have a big issue with them is because I remember one particular patent they had, and technically still have, over gaming and cutscenes. Not cutscenes, loading screens.
Yeah.
Loading screens? What?
So while you're waiting, you're just waiting for the game to load. Back in the day,
I
there was a
remember.
way to cut time. You could cut some time by just playing a few games in there, and then Bandai Namco decided that if we're gonna do Pong, yeah, we're just gonna take the patent for you to only be able to play a game like Pong in the loading screens,
Yeah.
and no other company could put games in their loading screens because of that patent. It was worded so badly,
Yeah.
intentionally by this company.
You.
It was one of those. It was really bad anti-consumer practice.
Yeah.
I was. It hurts. It hurts me that I think about it because it was the beginning of almost everything.
And now, since then, everyone has figured out ways. Like, there's been people who figure out ways of having interesting loading screens. Like, Assassin's Creed, I want to just bring as an example.
Ooh.
Where you literally get to run around while the game loads.
That's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Generating textures is a little bit longer. Well, I would say that it's not all. It wasn't all doom and gloom though because of that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! So when you're streaming a game
Yeah.
and you're not thinking about the cutscene situation, like say with a game like Mario Party.
Mario Party does have cutscenes, and it doesn't matter because Nintendo's fine with it.
Yeah. So in those situations, when you're streaming those events, you're playing the game with your friends.
Yeah. What are you getting at?
You're always gonna have that one person that's gonna be salty.
Oh, that's me.
You're always gonna have that one person.
He's pretty bad.
Like, it's fun to watch. It's not so fun being that person.
It's not fun. It's not fun when he fucking is like, oh, I'm gonna just fucking shut off my Switch.
To be
Oh,
fair,
that's just rage quitting.
Cause Gracie's very competitive, Roxy. Like incredibly competitive.
and the worst part is,
I've always noticed.
the issue I'm having comes down to my controllers because they're not staying connected to my Switch.
Dude, you do charge them often.
Oh, I do. They're too far from the Switch and sometimes disconnect.
Oh, the sensors are having problems.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's a solution I don't think
That's the
engineering can solve.
Yeah, that's an issue that I can solve with getting a proper controller instead of using the Joy-Cons.
Oh, but dog.
Because like I have
As
that
long-
problem
if-
even while streaming.
Shoot, do you have a do you know of a controller that's going to let you stretch out that far?
Yeah. If I get any other controller other than the Joy-Cons, I can.
Okay, so you're not as far from the TV as I thought you were.
I am not that far from my dock at all. Actually, I'm about 4 feet from my dock, and my Joy-Cons
Yeah, I thought
disconnect.
Yeah, I thought you were further than that. It shouldn't be an issue at 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah,
That
no, it's an
shouldn't be an
issue.
issue.
It's an issue. It is an issue.
It's an issue for Sim specifically because I don't have the issue for some reason.
And I have the issue with like all of my Joy-Cons. I've even like swapped my Joy-Cons around.
Which again, it's weird because you've seen me play just fine from like the distance that you have issues at.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, something very funky is happening there. That definitely sounds like a funny experience to watch, but not exactly to
And it's not like she
to
doesn't.
be in.
And it's not like she doesn't know either because she's seen my Joy-Cons have the lights going on them because they've disconnected.
Oh, yo. Oh.
So that's the fun.
Yeah, but again, like, I don't know what's going on, because it's like, again, I don't, it doesn't happen to me for some reason, so, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, after being a guy on PC for so long because he doesn't want to hold a console.
Yeah.
My biggest gripes are always going to be, can I put this thing on a bigger screen? I can't afford a bigger screen.
Well, luckily,
My life sucks.
luckily, what Switch I have, the dock is compatible for a 4K screen.
Does it actually output to 4K?
Yeah.
Because I've always understood that the docks.
The OLED will output 4K from from it.
Oh,
So
the LCD will only do 1080.
because that's the upgraded dock. So
shoot, that's different. I wasn't expecting.
because
I wasn't expecting it
the
to
chip
go that high.
the chip it has in it, instead of doing it's adaptive, in the sense that normally it will do 1080, but it can also do 4K.
Must feel smoother. At least now.
It's nice having the OLED, especially like even in handheld mode. That thing is just
Beautiful.
beautiful. That OLED screen.
Mm.
Plus, it's also a larger screen compared to the original.
That's much
Yeah,
much more immersive entertainment in that situation.
and it also has a bigger storage. So
You can always expand. You can always expand that though.
yeah, I can expand that up to a terabyte now. With if I want to go Nintendo branded, if I don't want to go Nintendo branded, I can go up to 2 terabytes on that thing.
Do you have SD cards that would support 2K?
Yeah, there's a micro SD card that does 2. If I remember
I did
correctly.
not know that. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I did not remember that. I need to look into that later.
2 terabyte micro SD card. I'm looking at it for a few brands right now. There's a few of them where they go up to 2 terabytes.
Oh. Yeah, that is
And
entirely different.
there's the one I'm picking up because I want to actually get the Nintendo branded one because I like the visuals on these things. It's a Legend of Zelda themed one.
Dang.
And it's
Okay,
the 1 terabyte one for The Legend of Zelda because I'm upgrading from a 256 to a 1 terabyte.
Oh, the storage. I'm never running out of space with this.
And Yuri's getting my 256.
She's just getting the hand-me-downs.
She's getting a serious upgrade.
I'm used to it. It's been like this entire life.
And
Oh, dude.
and her and I were talking. She may also end up with the unit for my OLED, because I may be getting the Zelda one as well, just so that
You're going to be looking.
Just so that way I have that as well, and that
You're
also
gonna be looking
gives
at
her
some
upgrade
stuff.
because she actually
Yeah.
needs the upgrade because her Switch has issues.
Railing issues.
Yeah, her rails have issues with sometimes disconnecting her Joy-Cons while they're connected to the Switch.
It's also very old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it needs to be opened.
Like it's a very, very old version of the Switch.
It's the version that everyone wants because it's very moddable.
Because it works well. Oh, shoot.
It's that kind.
What about some funny things that happened to y'all on stream?
There was the Legend of Mothman.
Oh, yeah?
It was from when Yuri and I did
Wait, what was your question?
Funny moments.
the Legend of Mothman.
Oh,
I'm bringing up.
Yeah.
Explain. Please
It
explain.
was so in Twilight Princess there is the light spirits, and one of them Gracie likes to call Mothman.
Mothman and the Legend of the Lamp.
And Gracie has a really good laugh with that one.
Yeah. It's
Meanwhile,
great.
I'm over here playing Crash Bandicoot throughout the Cortex, just falling off the edge,
Which version
knowing
of it?
good well is
The new one or the
uh
old one?
the old one.
My man.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a remake anymore. Dang, that's
Oh wait,
that's
no,
a different thing.
there's not a new one yet. Sorry, I'm thinking about the wrong one. But I do. But which? Okay, sorry. Which one of the consoles? Sorry, because Wrath of Cortex
Mine was
is.
a PS. Yeah, it's Xbox and PS2.
There's
I was
also
always on the
GameCube.
PS.
So it's on the
I
GameCube.
never got the chance.
And the GameCube
Yeah, I
one
never
loads the
experienced
best.
That's what I've seen. I've never actually tried to play it because I never had a GameCube.
I have one. I'm actually.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta pick up the adapter that was created for it because I actually have one that has the dual outputs, so I can actually output to an HDMI.
Does that bring it up to 720p?
Yeah.
Okay, because it definitely doesn't feel right.
Because
Oh,
I've got the port for the for the composite cable.
oh wow.
Because it was
Okay.
only it was only past a certain, it was only the ones before a certain point that have the extra port. Because after a certain point they got rid of it.
Dang.
And it was only the standard component ones.
Actually, while we're thinking about that, thinking about the upgrading of systems,
I know.
let's talk about this other thing. Tech and internet.
Yes, good old tech and internet.
But it's very. So one of the things about me is that I am a cable technician. My whole job is to just basically bring people's internet or all forms of communications to their home. That is my job.
I was gonna say to life.
Yeah, that is my whole job. I hate my job for very different reasons, but I do like what it allows me to go into.
Mm-hmm.
So, I for one am a much bigger proponent of virtual reality and augmented reality because of their very useful. They're very useful.
For communication and whatnot.
Not just for communications, but basically
communication, entertainment,
and open fields such as
See,
medical.
so I like the idea of virtual reality because the things that I think of is it opens up new ways to bring horror games to people because like it's just, from what I know VR makes things feel really real, so that kind of situation can bring stuff to life.
It increases your immersion.
Yes.
But I also
what-
think of scenarios like with the VTuber Iron Mouse. She has a condition where she easily gets really sick, and so she can never leave her house. VR can bring her opportunity to see things that she normally wouldn't, or be able to do things that she
Assuming that-
normally couldn't.
Yeah, assuming that she doesn't fall victim to the motion sickness.
Yeah.
As far as I know, she doesn't, because she does like hour-long streams with Connor in VR. So
It's great. Virtual reality and augmented reality is absolutely fantastic, especially for people in the medical field. Like, that is great training for those people in the medical field.
I just look forward to see like how it progresses further from where it is now.
I know that the guy who made the VR Oculus Rift was joking about making it SAO style.
He was definitely
Where
having a lot of fun with that one.
he was, yeah, because he was like, oh, if you die in the game, you will die IRL. The thing will explode on your head.
That was a fun. I actually enjoyed reading that. I was like, oh snap, we've begun. We've gone crazy.
Like, I don't think
Oh
we'll ever
shoot,
get that far, but I am curious to see, like, how far will
I
it
don't
get?
want it to
Like,
go.
will we be able to have, like, senses somehow integrated, or
Yeah, senses
Smell of
other,
that
vision.
kind of stuff?
like other
Smell
than
of vision.
Smell.
it's like senses other than like hearing and sight. So like it's smell,
Dude.
taste, and touch.
Dude, I have been seeing
And
a lot of
touch-
people working.
And touch is getting there.
Oh, it's getting much better. Oh my gosh. I have seen a lot of people actually make the gloves where you actually constrict the feeling of the movement of the hands to
Uh-huh.
imitate the touch and feel of it. It's crazy.
As
I actually was
all
very
I
much forward to
think is all those people playing
Yes.
naughty games and yeah.
Dude, sex sells.
I know it does. I was taught this in school. If you can do work doing anything that involves like R18 stuff, do it. It makes money.
See, all I
Yeah,
can think of.
sex sells, dude.
All I can think of whenever when I hear him talk about this, is that meme where the guy with the camera walks into the living room and the dude is on the VR, does like the hip movement, and then he goes to the bedroom and goes like, "Hey, dude, check this out." And then he goes in and he sees the dude on all four.
Oh,
That's
dog.
all I can think of.
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
guys think we will ever reach the point of having virtual sex with other people through
That-
VR?
That is questionable. We got to the point
Like, obviously
where
not the like fluid exchange, but like, you know what I
Like the
mean?
feel.
Like the feeling.
I just want you to think about this. There is actually somebody researching this possibility of you actually experiencing kissing over the internet.
Yep. And there are already
That's
ways,
real.
and there's already ways for doing sex over the internet.
It's
You
so
just
It is so
it's
weird
so
how it is
strange.
so weird how the world is trying to advance in a direction where we technically don't need like a real human interaction, and it's strange. I don't know. It feels like we are trying, like that the world is trying to move into like an isolated era, and it feels wrong, but at the same time also so, like, depending on the
Natural.
scenario, it feels intriguing.
Yeah, it's entirely. It feels different.
It's intriguing because it makes you intrigued to see how far can we go.
I'm personally. No, please take into consideration. We're not actually advocating for a lot of the things we're saying, but
Oh,
you just gotta be aware. It's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's just kind of the topics are going all over the place today.
It's curiosity.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
It's human nature.
time to go into the most controversial trend of this of the last 3 years.
Time for AI. It's time for AI.
The one that has boomed for a good over a year now, and
Here's what
it's been okay. I'm just gonna get my hate out of the way. It's spiraling into chaos, and not in a good way. Like with like AI machines, it's still a little bit like that can be debated about like how useful can it be to until it's too far and it makes people lose their jobs. Because right now, aside from machines, that is something that is happening with AI art, and even to the point where companies like Ubisoft are thinking about doing AI script writing. And it's literally Atlas um was looking into the idea of AI concept art, but that still sucks because there is concept artists where that's their jobs, and it's just like that
Yep.
really fucking sucks. Especially because you have to see from this point, even if it technically does it save like this thing of the concept and like an actual artist will then work on it. That concept art is still being taken from other artists because of how AI art works.
Yep.
That's not
And
wrong.
it's just it's like it was fine during the Dolly era because the Dolly era was memey as hell, and you would put stuff you put literally input Markiplier eating a freaking sandwich. There was nothing wrong with Markiplier eating a sandwich in 6 different images. But like now we're at a point where it's like people are taking advantage of it in a bad way. There's some people that will take it that are still using like AI in like a good way, but most of it are just like, no,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a little bit of trivia. In the last 3 episodes, I have used ChatGPT to help me design these scripts.
Yeah, see, ChatGPT is kind of a weird case where it's like if you just like, because ChatGPT is like
It's
you
it's
can use it
not.
chill, like in a chill way. It's not really taking from anybody. It's just gathering experience from talking to other people, which also has made it dumber because people will now add really stupid math questions and make it stupid.
Dude, it gets even crazier. Like
Like
this
I can
thing.
guarantee you the amount of people that will ask ChatGPT now what is 9 plus 10, and it will almost 90% of the time say 21. No way in hell
It
it won't.
is. It's now it definitely will. Oh boy.
Like at the
And
beginning,
then
no, but like now people have like ruined it because like that is the danger of using AI is that people will fuck around with it, corrupt it, and then it's unusable.
it's crazy. And then in the meantime, there's other ways that this thing is useful.
Like
Oh,
a good example to use is the way that DugDug uses it, because DugDug will use ChatGPT as like he will input the voice of character A from let's say the maiden from Elden Ring, and then he will let Chat
I,
be able to talk sort of to him, and then some funny stuff comes out of it. Like
it's,
that's an okay way to use it.
yeah, GPT-4 is crazy.
Oh, is it
Oh boy,
specifically 4? What?
yeah, GPT-4 is crazy good.
I didn't even know that there's more GTP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's even crazier. There have been a lot of people that are afraid of what is actually possible.
Yeah, because like,
I don't. Sorry, let me get this out. I don't
yeah,
gripe with I don't have a real loving relationship with Microsoft, but I will say the Bing chatbot is much better than the Google
because
search results.
yeah, see, it's because like the thing with chatbots, it's like in a way where it's like it's okay as long as you don't maliciously use it, but like that's the whole thing with like the other thing is like. Because so far with chatbots, I haven't seen people use it maliciously too much, but unlike with all the other stuff, it's
Yo,
basically just people like writing a stupid story or the silly stuff, making ChatGTP play with them. Like I had shorts pop up on my YouTube about a guy that was playing Skyrim, and they had a mod where their like partner to
yes,
travel with
yes, yes, yes.
would be ChatGPT answering them, and it was good. It was funny. It was pretty great.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that video. I actually showed it with I showed it to Slifer a little bit ago. He was like, "Dude, you can't do that to me."
I haven't watched that video yet.
I don't know what the actual videos. I only know like the shorts, which are clips from the videos. So it would have to be him sending it to you later.
Yeah, I do that. That was a fun watch. I totally recommend watching that. Oh shoot! Everybody needs internet. Everybody needs internet.
Everybody needs
Um,
internet.
Can we have a pause here?
Yep. I was actually just about to say that. Okay, we're back in. Oh, trying to enjoy ourselves a little bit of a break time.
Yeah.
Now that the break's over, might as well go ahead and go on to the next one. Oh,
So guys.
so
Food.
yeah, Grayson and me have been cooks in professional setting.
I've
Once
I was
before.
for a little bit, but not for long.
I also I also helped out during my younger years as an assistant, and as well I tend to I do like doing cooking at home when I have the chance.
I also like
Dude.
doing cooking when I can, so it's not like I don't like it. It's just I'm very clumsy.
Like I've already been
Yeah,
talking.
like-
I've already been talking with my mother that when I move out, I'm getting professional knives.
Yes, nothing beats a good sharp knife.
Exactly.
I will never use them
Oh boy. So
because I
don't-
don't feel comfortable over knives like that.
yeah, once you get used to it, you can easily
No,
get your way
no, it's
around
not
the
a
kitchen.
used to thing. It's a fear thing, Roxy.
She has a fear,
Oh,
so she won't ever touch them.
okay, that's understandable. That is completely understandable. Ooh,
All right.
because I gotta know. How did you get your starts? Because I know I was in high school when I really started to cook in a professional setting.
For me, it was also in high school because we had a club that was focused on baking.
Home ec. This sounds like home ec.
I was in elementary
Maybe
school when I
Oh,
started
maybe.
having that.
the cooking club.
We had a after school cooking club. I was grade 4.
Cute.
Dang, man.
I'm
'Cause I was
imagining
like,
little Gracie cooking in school.
And then grade 12, I became grade 12. When I was 12, I got to be an assistant for a while.
yeah, it's
And
quite a long,
then in
big trip
grade
there.
8 in high school, once again, club.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
actually taught in a professional kitchen when I was a senior in high school.
I was in a professional kitchen after high school because I wanted to be a cook. I actually tried, but we found out that I get really sick in the hot kitchen mixed with all of the like smells clashing together, so I could do it.
That's a
I can cook in a kitchen, but like not if it's like a professional kitchen where like so many meals are going on at once, and there's so many smells.
yeah. It will mess you up.
It can be, but I'm also you get used to it after a while.
I
just
Or
takes-
you,
like
or you be
because
me
like
and
my
have like no sense of smell.
I couldn't like I genuinely got sick, and I just it was just not possible.
Yeah, between turmeric, cumin, and other spices like cinnamon, it gets a little overwhelming. I don't fault you on that.
Like I said, be me, have no sense of smell.
But about 30% of the taste experience is smell.
I can
Is it 30?
I can smell. It's just I can't. I have to be close to what I have to smell.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna remember it later. But I think it was 30%. 30% of tasting was smelling. It's been a while.
Me.
So I worked in a churrasco or Brazilian steakhouse. That was fun.
I
Oh my
worked
gosh.
in it was so I had two things going on. One was an actual restaurant kitchen, and the other was a hotel kitchen.
Oh, you had hell.
I was helping out in a retirement home.
Yeah, both of y'all had hell. That's crazy. Me, the worst experience I had was Valentine's Day, and it wasn't because of couples. Dog, I carried like 3 leg of lambs at once. How did I pull that off?
Somehow.
I don't know how I pulled that off. Oh, that was crazy fun. Just thinking about those times. Being out on the floor and just bringing everybody a cut of beef, a cut of chicken, a cut of lamb, a cut of pork. It was a lot of fun. Have y'all ever been to a churrasco?
What?
Have y'all ever been to a churrasco?
I don't know what.
We call that Brazilian steakhouse.
No, never.
Oh no, no.
You need to check it out, dude. It's crazy. You gotta take some time and just go out there, and it's a little bit expensive. Like, you're gonna be paying per head.
And you lost me. I'm joking.
Basically, the
I'm
number.
joking.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's a real experience, and you get the opportunity for a date night. Seriously, check it out. I believe you two would be very, very surprised.
That's up to him to decide because it'll also depend on if he can even eat it because he has issues with processing certain meats.
That's the good thing. That's the good thing. We'll actually tell them what you can and can't eat, and they'll try.
That's the
they'll never
thing.
bring
I
you
don't
there.
fully know what I can and can't eat.
Oh, you gotta at least try that situation. Maybe one of those days, if I come out there, I'll give y'all the experience.
I mean,
Because that's really fun.
And I mean, I know
That'll
it's gonna.
probably be around wedding time because you're fucking invited. And you know that.
Oh, he'll be around before that because him and I have already talked about this.
Oh yeah, convention.
Yeah.
Convention.
Yes.
I forgot.
Gotta make sure I actually get those tickets. Because right now, wait, was that gonna be in May?
That one's
No.
that one's next summer.
So
Okay.
because it depends on which one you want to go to. Fan Expo's in February, and the Anime Revolution is usually in August, July, August.
Yeah, I should be able to do that because I need to. Family wants to gather together in the Philippines again.
Because like that
next
gives
year.
you an entire year to save for a freaking ticket, dude. 2 tickets, because the ticket for the con and the flight ticket.
I was gonna. I opted to help get him here. So he only has to pay half.
I probably wind up paying most of it anyway. That's just how I am.
But hey,
It's just how I am.
hey, that's a future thing we can talk about is con experiences.
Sometime.
We can fucking
Sometime.
vlog something for the podcast.
We could.
That's been a discussion.
I can pick up a camcorder for it.
Yeah, I'll probably have my sister do that for me later.
Because
Sister's a professional photographer for no reason.
oh, I know. I mean, even with like standard like camcorders and whatnot, they've gotten better over the years.
Yes.
So, yeah, and I've used a like standard camcorder. I used them for my film and TV class.
Ooh, boy, we going crazy with this one.
Back
on topic.
But this also kind of on topic because we were talking about like with the culinary stuff in school. Other stuff I did in school, like I said, is I've done film and TV. I was also part of the club who did the weekly show that would air on the mornings on the Mondays.
He's doing tourism. It's all close. Hospitality and tourism, it's all close.
You know,
Oh,
I was the guy who would sometimes either be the one who was using the camera or using the boom.
Boom.
The boom arm for the mic. It just kind of
Oh,
depended.
you are much better than me. You were very necessary.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
shoot.
not only that, I got valuable valuable knowledge on how to deal with really, really long cables.
Dude, I need to go back into that class. This is a big problem for me.
I still can't cable manage
Oh, right.
my desk at all, but that's fine because all my cords that are in boxes are all managed until someone screwed it
Ooh.
up. And I'm not talking
Sounds
about
like
Gary.
me.
I'm talking about
I was
someone
like,
else.
sounds like me.
Whoa, fuck you too that you immediately say no talk, like, bruh.
Husband and
Rude.
a wife. Husband and a wife. We got fun times.
Hey, I was saying it wasn't you who did it.
Yeah, that's what
all.
I'm fucking saying. Why do you immediately say that? Like,
I'm
rude?
trying to make you feel better.
For what?
He's like, I didn't do anything this time.
I'm reassuring that you
Yeah.
weren't the cause.
Calm
All right.
down,
All right.
Billy.
All right. So, guys,
Could
food.
smack you.
Right, right.
No.
So,
So, fun fact. There
No
have
fun
been
fact.
dishes that I have that I've actually done from playing or watching anime and games.
oh, please tell.
There was a recipe for a type of burger I tried.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you put on that burger?
I'm trying to remember what I put on that burger. It's been a while since I had that burger.
I tell you right now, I ended up putting freaking garlic, a garlic spread on my ground beef
Ooh.
when I was cooking it. For a burger, it was very different from me because I was one of the things I did as a server at that restaurant was I was actually cooking the beef, and the beef was always fun when we had to put on the garlic covering. We made garlic top sirloin. That was one of my favorites. Oh. Where you would take vegetable oil and garlic cloves, mix it into a puree, and then salt the beef, spread on the paste, and then salt the paste, and cook it over an open fire. It was about 400 degrees for about 7 minutes. You get a good medium garlic top sirloin. That was great. That was one of my favorites. So I decided to try it on a burger, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Just oh,
I've been
you just hear the oh, that choir.
I was I was missing something my entire life. I did not put any type of sauce on that burger. It didn't need it. That was great. That was one of the best recipes I actually ended up making.
If we're on the topic of burgers, the most recent burger I've had that I have made is I've made a chicken burger with
Chicken.
Yeah, I did a chicken burger that I just did a simple salt and pepper spicing with it, and then I brushed on afterwards some barbecue sauce, and I put some sautéed onions and mushrooms on that thing, and a slice of mozza, and then some les tomato.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
I want to make.
I want to go back and.
If you can't tell, I really like my burgers, and I really like making them.
It's fun.
I'll even hand make my fries to go with it, because it's just.
No.
If you're doing handmade burgers, you might as well also do handmade fries.
Yes. Oh man, I had too many people wonder why I do it like that. I was like, it's good. It's good. If I'm gonna go this far, I might as well.
And like I have an air fryer that has 2 different settings for how many potatoes I do, It's like, all right, let's just set that thing to the max because I know I'm making enough for enough people that I have to set it to the max setting for it. So it's like 45 minutes in the air fryer, and they're good and crispy to go.
Oh man. I'll double fry mine. Yeah, I not that I dislike air fryers, but I just like the time it takes for me to just pop it in once, lift it out, cook it, bring it higher, and then pop it back in.
Well, to be fair,
Fries come up.
for me, I have to watch how much oil I use.
Yeah,
So,
you have a different problem than I do.
which is why I
Use an air fryer.
That's why I use the air fryer. But to be fair as well, for for that, if I want them a little crispier than what the Max would do it for, I'll just run it for a bit
A little longer.
That's all I gotta
It's
do.
not- Nothing's wrong. If you like to do your fries with the air fryer, you're fine with me. If you like to do it the double fry technique, you're fine with me. I don't care how you do your stuff. You just gotta do you.
And you gotta enjoy it. That's what matters.
Always. Oh, dude, Salisbury steak. Have you ever had Salisbury steak?
No, because we're pretty sure that's actually something I can't manage to eat right now.
Dude. Because Salisbury steak was actually there's a dish in one of the Tales of game that was actually based on Salisbury steak, and I decided to make that. I think it was Tales of Zilla.
Zilia?
Zilia?
Or Zisteria?
I know what I said. Not Zisteria. It's
Zilia then, okay.
Exilia, yeah. It was like real. It was like real nice to just look at that, and I said, "I want to make it." It was mashed potatoes with a hamburger patty and white sauce. That was what was different. White sauce was different about it. It was good.
Okay, no, I would actually be able to eat it. Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because the gravy wasn't actually gravy; it was actually white sauce. It was really nice.
And even if you do a gravy, you have so many options you can do for that gravy. When you think
alongside
about
with it, a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. The Japanese and their hamburger steak, or in our case, Salisbury steak.
Yep.
Oh, what about you? What about you? Any dishes from any of the any anime?
That I have eaten or made? No, I literally can't think of anything, honestly.
I have made and eaten onigiri.
Made and eaten onigiri.
Yes.
Like, I have made food, but nothing that's like anime or game related at all. So I can't
I
say anything.
I can tell you, it's a. If you ever get the chance to, dude, start out with the small bento boxes they make.
Mm-hmm.
Those are relatively simple to make.
And then from there,
Yeah.
try to do.
But you
some
also
more,
have to obviously think about like what I can eat, because like for example, so far right now, we haven't found a single fish that I eat.
Yeah, we've been trying.
When she told me
Because
she didn't like salmon.
Because it's either I get sick or I literally don't like it.
Yeah, it's either she gets sick or she doesn't like the texture of the fish. The only fish we have managed to get her to eat, and it's because it is laced with cheese for it, is tuna, because tuna casserole.
And also because it's very, very small, tiny pieces of tuna, so I can barely like feel it. Because it is really small tuna.
Yeah, because it's flaked.
Like it's literally it's so small to the point where I won't even see that it's in it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you did tell me you didn't like salmon, and I was like, Atlantic salmon was like.
Yeah, no,
really
I
the
tried
only
it.
thing
I got really. My stomach was very upsetty.
Oh shoot. It's a little upsetting when you can't share certain things with people that you actually enjoy being with.
I know.
Because they can't actually eat certain things. It's hard. It's harder.
It is
Oh,
so much.
Because like it's just and like the other issue is that Gracie knows this, I'm a texture eater. So to give you an example, I really like yogurt. I really like the taste of pudding, but I
it's smooth.
don't like the texture of pudding. So I most of the time can't really eat a pudding.
Oh shit.
Anything that's like really like either like mushy or slimy makes me want to actually throw up. Like the fat part of meat, like the actual like fat of meat that's like on it will make me want to vomit from the texture.
Dude, you sound like uh dude, you sound like there's another person that I happen to be close to that it's the same exact way.
Like it's not like even that I'm trying to. It's just like I really can't. Cause
You've
like
had
I
gumbo.
try to eat things, but like some textures really just it's just not working with.
Yeah, you haven't had gumbo.
I don't even know what the heck gumbo is.
See, this is how you know I'm a southerner. This is how you know I'm a southerner. You should stay away from gumbo. Take it from somebody who
Gumbo
doesn't
is
like
a hearty stew popular in the estate of Slytherins, official strategy. Gumbo
okra.
consists primarily of a strongly flavored stock meat or shellfish, a thickener, and the Creole Holy
Okra.
Trinity celery, bell peppers, and onions.
Ok.
Onions.
Your The worst thing for you is gonna be okra, because a lot of people put okra in gumbo, and this is what
What
makes the
is
gumbo.
okra?
Okra is what makes the gumbo slimy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that you wouldn't like that. I already know you wouldn't.
It just has the fact that it's like that one of the versions is shellfish.
Yes.
Which, by the way, fun fact, we are actually eventually gonna try me on crab and lobster just because we don't know if I would eat it. Cause
Wait,
I
you're not
eat,
allergic?
cause I eat crab chips, which consists of crabs.
Crab. Yeah.
So there could be a chance I might eat crabs. There's a chance.
We're talking about the food, not the other thing.
Yes.
That's,
And like, and the
that's
thing with allergic is, Roxy, like we don't even know what exactly it is I'm allergic that fish has. We don't know because we haven't had me tested. Just with one of my friends who studied biology and stuff like that thinks it might be a fish oil allergy.
if it's omega threes. Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible.
Very much so.
Oh, I would think it would be iodine, but I was like, no. If you can eat shellfish and crab, you can pretty much have iodine.
And like, it's not iodine because like I am taking iodine to myself because of my thyroids.
Right. You wouldn't have been able to do that if you had a an allergy to to shellfish.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's a lot of things that could go on with y'all. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard when you can't share certain things that you love with other people that you
And
like.
the thing is, like, it's literally like that is like the only allergy that I have consistently found. I we I thought for a while that I was allergic to rice because one day I suddenly started throwing up eating rice, but I
No,
can eat it just fine now. So
that was just a one time thing.
yeah, so like fish is literally the only thing we found that I consistently get sick from. So it's not like I'm like hugely limited.
The only other way is to test it with a omega 3 pill, but that's
Like
not exactly ideal.
I tried sushi. I really did try sushi. I couldn't even swallow it. I had to spit it out of my mouth. It was I was unable to even get it down,
Really
and I
sad.
felt and I felt really sick afterwards. Like it was bad.
Ooh. Yeah, man. sushi is something that you're going to have to do. Oh, so here's something.
Yeah.
How about we go ahead and go about some of the dishes that you guys have had. Actually, let me start with this one.
Yeah, go for it.
I've talked about it a few times with you guys. I don't think I've talked about it with Grayson, but I know I've talked about it with you, Yuri. So yeah, I'm half Filipino. One of the dishes that the Philippines has is adobo, which is it's basically.
Are you talking about like the
Go ahead.
burger?
Like there is seasoning for it that you put on a burger, but that's not
Because
exactly
like when I
right.
hear double, I think of that one burger that is called double. So that's why I was like, I had to make sure. I'm like, is he talking about the burger?
No, yeah, I was talking about I'm talking about the Filipino adobo. Adobo is actually from Spain.
Wouldn't it be a Spanish dish? Then?
Technically, yes. The way that the thing that makes the Filipino adobo different is that they use a lot more acid.
Okay.
Yeah, they would actually primarily put in pineapple, whereas the Spanish would just use vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Filipino adobo is a little bit sweeter, but it's like something. If you're gonna have a Filipino dish, the one you're gonna be most commonly familiar with is chicken adobo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really the appeal of it. I can tell you right now is probably gonna be that sauce. The sauce is probably gonna be the thing that you're gonna be most familiar with. You serve that primarily with rice. Where's the sauce? It's great. You guys gotta try that too. What about y'all? Because I can talk about other
So
things too.
when I went to after we moved, the high school I went to after we moved, we had like an hour lunch break, and I could literally walk down. There was like a Japanese restaurant. It closed from what me and my mom saw before I went back to Canada. That place closed, and it makes me so sad because it was really good food. I really liked the fried duck. The fried duck was
Ooh.
amazing. The spring roll, because I would always have the fried duck with the noodles as well as the spring rolls, and it was great. The vegetable, by the way,
Wait,
specifically vegetable spring rolls. I really like
yeah,
vegetable.
spring roll is supposed to be
Because that's
vegetable.
yeah, which like the ice of the two, but apparently when me and Gracie went to go buy vegetable spring rolls, next to it was a package of meat spring rolls. And I looked at him,
No,
I go,
no, no,
"What
no.
the fuck do you mean? You guys have meat spring
It's,
roll?"
those
I
are
was
egg
so
rolls.
confused.
Those are egg rolls.
The egg rolls?
Yes, they're called egg rolls.
Why
It
does it
really annoys
say?
me.
Why does
It
it
really
say
annoys me.
vegetable spring rolls then? Huh?
No, yeah, vegetables or spring
Sorry, no.
rolls.
Why does it say meat spring rolls? What I
Meat
meant to
spring
say.
rolls.
Sorry, and cross-eyed.
That's just either they don't input egg in it, which fair enough, but it's
They're not
so
spring rolls, is what you're saying.
yeah. They're not supposed to be spring rolls. If you're gonna use meat, you might as well put egg in it. Why? I have a very bad
And
problem. Is it obvious?
I've been having cup noodles like while I've been here, and when I was still in Germany, they had like these little packages of Thai noodles that I really really liked, and I would also always spice it with an extra bit of chili that I had um in the what's it called where you keep all the seasonings.
Spice rack.
Yes.
Yes, that.
Yes.
It was really a wreck because we had it just in the shelves, but like it was like a specific shelf where we like stored it.
Oh.
And
Oh.
I obviously then, because I'm in Canada now, I've been having Canadian food like poutine. And we found out for me, liking poutine depends on how the gravy is done.
Yeah.
Because obviously, how poutine works is that every place you can buy a poutine at makes the gravy different.
Yes. It's good.
Was there anything else crazy, or was it everything that I had here? In
I think that is everything.
Yeah,
What about you?
the only other thing that I had in Germany, which you will literally find at almost every single fucking street,
Oh,
is at almost every single Turkish food place will have kebab. Kebab? However you guys say
yes.
that.
Yes, it's
So, and
the Turkish food. Go ahead.
yeah, and I fucking love it so much. I'm so sad
Yeah,
that I will have probably not it anymore.
you
And
probably
obviously,
won't.
I think I should talk about it just because it's a thing of technically is for you guys it's different food because it's really, I don't think it was made in Germany, but it's very popular in Germany, and it's the pudding pretzel. It's not. It's the name may imply that it's salty, but it's not. It's pastry that's shaped like a pretzel, and then in the holes is pudding, either chocolate pudding or vanilla pudding,
Ooh.
and it tastes really good. There's also a lot of bakeries will do it differently. Like there's one at near next to a supermarket that my mom would buy them from, and they were just a ring was putting in it, and then it was like a shit ton of powdered sugar on top. Oh my god, it was so much. It was so much. I would sometimes cough on it.
Wow.
That's
Which I
funny.
have the recipe for it, so if Gracie ever wants to make pudding pretzels with me, we can do that.
You can make it work. You can make it work. Oh man, it's very clear that I am a big fan of food.
What about you, Gracie?
Mm. Well.
There's obviously the cup noodles as well,
Yeah.
because we just
Yes.
had some.
Yep. We had cup noodles as our literal dinner. Uh. I like samosas though.
Mimosa?
Samosas.
I've
Uh,
had that.
it's
A samosa is a fried South Asian pastry with a savory filling,
Right.
including ingredients such as spiced potatoes, onions, peas, meat or fish.
Yeah, it's like a form of dumpling.
yeah, and I love it. It's
People
great.
don't like it when I say that,
Oh,
but it's basically like a
actually,
dumpling. It's basically,
yeah, fun fact, we actually have a type of dumpling in Germany, but it's it's really weird because basically the literal translation of the name is mouth bag. It tastes really good though, but it's just funny to me that the literal translation to English would be mouth bag.
Wow.
oh, that's pretty. I like it. I like it. Oh man, they try it all the time. Ravioli. Oh, dude, no, don't do that.
Were you
Don't do
about to
that.
say that ravioli is a dumpling?
No, it's not a dumpling. I've
It
heard
was
somebody
how
tell
the
me that.
was how the conversation went. I was about to be like, dude, you actually need to leave the planet.
I want to fight whoever. I'm
Ravioli,
gonna fight the person who
ravioli.
told me ravioli. Someone actually told me ravioli is a dumpling. I was so mad at them.
I actually had ravioli today for lunch.
Italian. I tried
Miss
once. Not
Mrs.
dumpling.
Worldwide.
I tried once. Not dumpling. Oh, oh.
I'm pretty sure if somebody said that in Japan, they'd actually go to jail.
Oh, dude. Oh, so I'm about to take y'all on a little bit of a weird situation. Balut.
But balut?
Have you balut?
Ba-
Another Filipino thing.
Balut.
Balut.
Oh, okay. I see how it's built.
Yes, balut. The concept will freak you out a little bit, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, let me
Take it from a
grab it.
Filipino.
Balut is a. It's sad. Oh no, I will never. You will never see me do this. So Gracie, it's a freaking embryo egg sucking. Balut is fertilized developing egg embryos that is boiled or steamed and eaten from the shell. Like, no, you will. I will rather die on the spot than do that. I could never.
Like I said, the concept will freak you out.
I'm not a vegetarian. I'm by far not a vegetarian, but that goes too far for me. That's like that's gonna be like, dude, no, I will not do that.
Oh yes. By the way, this has to be one of the tags. You have to put balut in there as one of the tags.
No.
That's just.
That'll be your job to give me all the tags.
Because eventually you're gonna have to wind up talking about it.
Yep.
Oh shoot! People don't know. People don't know. Filipinos are weird. We'll talk about those other dishes later.
I mean,
Freaking
I'm pretty
Vietnamese.
sure anybody who watches a podcast would know, considering you're in here.
It's freaking delicious.
I'm good. You know, I'm good. I
mean-
think I'm fine without ever
Yes.
knowing.
Vegemite.
Like I'm willing to try a lot of stuff. But
That's
an
not one of them,
embryo?
huh?
I'm out, dude. I'm out. I'm walking out of the restaurant like immediately. You will show me that,
boy.
I'm gone. I'm getting up, leaving, and just never coming back.
You literally,
Okay.
you see it and you're just and literally.
The SpongeBob meme.
Oh no there's a different meme I'm thinking of.
I was thinking of the SpongeBob meme where he's getting out of the seat and goes, "Alright, I'm out of here. I'm gonna head out."
Yep, bye. Oh, dude. Sorry,
Like,
I had to actually.
That's a no-no for me.
The reason why I said that is because I actually wanted to go ahead and go on to the next bit.
Is the next bit about embryos? Because I really fucking hope not.
No. I knew that would be very divisive, so I was like, we're gonna go into fandoms and communities.
Actually, you know, I'm kind of curious. Gracie, would you try the fucking embryo?
Nah, despite the fact
Aw.
despite the fact I'm the one who will pretty much eat most things. Nah.
Yeah, like that is really like if you tell
Aw.
somebody, "Hey, you should eat an embryo," it's like, no, hard no. Even if it's just literally just a chicken and egg. No, you will nah.
Oh.
I would probably not even be able to put my face near it.
No, I can tell you right now, it's a little bit of a confusing thing. Being
It's not
Filipino is a little
confusing. It's just fucked up, bro.
I'm not gonna deny that I did think the same thing. Of course, once you go out there, you're just like, why not?
When the hell? How old were you when you had a freaking chicken embryo?
I was turning 6.
What the fuck? Who takes? Okay, you know what? I guess it's your culture and stuff, so it's like I'm not
Right.
gonna like intrude. But like, as somebody who isn't Filipino, who the hell goes? Oh yeah, my 6-year-old son should have an embryo for dinner.
I mean, my sisters were 4 and 2 respectively.
Okay, moving on. Well, just move on. Move on. I'm out.
It's the first time I went there.
It's
Fandoms and
sober.
communities. Yeah, fandoms and communities. Okay. Dude.
I love how you don't even say it like fandoms. You say it's the way you say it is phantoms with a PH. I'm like,
Yeah, Phantom. Any Phantom today.
dude, don't get me started. Literally my favorite cartoon.
It
History.
was it? Oh, so you were a fan?
I really, really like Danny Phantom.
So you were okay with what Smite did?
Oh yeah, they did have that. Oh my god, dude, I erased it from my memory. Why did you have to bring that up? So I kid you not, Smite collabs are actually some of the most cursed things I've seen.
Oh, Joe, trust me, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, I
It's
was
like,
only
imagine,
expecting.
like, hey, I'm gonna get on Smite and play Danny Phantom. People are gonna look at you.
Yeah. I'll be real.
um,
It was
so
such a stupid thing.
on the topic of fandoms, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Most of the time, you're better off just not like entering the fandom and just enjoying the thing on your own. Because a lot of times fandoms, especially of anime, fandoms will turn out to be really, really toxic.
I agree with that.
There's some
Oh,
rare scenarios where it's not like that, but more often than not, you will just in like enter a community of toxicity because everybody thinks different and everybody clashes together, and some people are more verbal about it than others.
Uh-huh.
That's not in a good way. So I
Ooh.
personally, I stay out of fandoms completely. I'm okay with like joining like little communities depending on how you see a community. Like for example, um, if it was like a little tiny server of just some dudes chilling and talking about said thing, it'd be like, yeah, it's fine.
or gals.
Yeah, okay. See, I say dudes in the way of like both girls and guys, because you could use
Yeah, dude can be used for both men and women.
yeah, like I
I don't.
use dude all the fucking time.
We're not getting. I was like, these people out here are crazy about this stuff. Toxic people are crazy about that stuff.
With like gaming fandoms, it can't. It's a little more chill. It's not as extreme, but like that also depends on the game. I think there's some pretty wholesome or very funny communities, but I think there can also be some really
And
toxic communities, especially if said game turns out to be a competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
dude, Overwatch,
Oh my
Overwatch, and
god.
CS:GO.
Oh, dude, have you seen the fucking how bad the negative reviews of Overwatch 2 are on Steam?
People are crazy, man. I was,
Like,
I was
Blizzard
like,
did
that's
that to themselves. They said, hey, this will be a PvE game. It
and
completely
they,
advertised that game as PvE game. And then removed the part they advertised the
PvE,
game as.
dude.
So they
I
did that
couldn't.
fully to themselves.
It was crazy. But nah, Overwatch, the original Overwatch and freaking CS:GO, crazy.
And, like, honestly, like, okay, so surprisingly, believe it or not, European League of Fandom, specifically the Europe. Yes, the European League of Legends community is more toxic than the American,
I
which is
don't believe you.
wild. No, like it generally is.
See?
It's so insane. I've played on both. You gotta remember, I played on both, and I've
Oh,
seen so many toxic people, so many more toxic people on the European, and like like it's really funny because the generally community can be toxic, but like the community about like the people, like for example the character you main, is very like wholesome and memeish, and like also very supportive with like hey, if somebody goes like, hey, can somebody help you with the build, in like the main community will be like, yeah, we can help you. So
dude.
it's really interesting how like it also depends on the different topics.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Like I
dude.
think
What
as
about?
far as I know, for example, the Tales of community is like very wholesome.
Then you enter 4chan.
I mean, the only thing I really think of is like if if the Tales of community talks, for example, about because like a black horse in the Tales of series is, as far even though I really like it, is Dawn of
Yeah.
the New World. So this tier kind of adorns the New World more because of the immense amount of things that people didn't like the fact that the only really two main party member you ever had in the entire series were two people. And like that, if somebody goes and says, "Oh, I really like this Tales of game," it is not taken well if it's a dark horse in the community. But if
Yeah,
but aside from that, like Tales of community is pretty alright.
dude.
I
Speaking of which,
just sit here and it's like I still have to get really into a Tales of game.
then it was
And
the reason why we were actually.
yeah.
Oh, here's something interesting. The reason why we're even interacting is because of our shared identity with the Neptunia franchise.
Which is funny if you consider the fact that the fandom is like the fandom of Neptunia is really toxic. Like that is a really
Toxic.
bad one. Also, like that one depends on the platform because the only place I've really seen it being toxic is Reddit. And
Yeah,
it is, oh my god, it's a
Twitter was
fucking
much better.
hellfire there. Like it was so bad there. Like the Nep fandom is generally something I stay out of. Like I love the Nep series, but that's just something I would talk with friends about. And like it's funny because it's the Nep series is why I even have Discord in the first place, because I used to follow a YouTuber back then that played through the series, and I saw the Discord link. I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I read it like a social media page, and I joined, and that's how I met these two silly goobas.
Crazy because she actually married one of them.
Yeah, like it's
and now all that pops up is How I Met Your Mother.
like it's really because like I don't have like really friends IRL, but like almost every friend I met online has been either through a game, uh, an anime, or through a YouTuber.
Dude,
Because it's like things of like, because I'm not really a social interactive person. Like I'm bad at holding a conversation. But if it's like about like, for example, a game where I can join in on, or an anime, or somebody else starts a conversation, I'm in. Like I'm able to talk about it.
dude.
It's really the main thing
Oh,
that connects us. Is like, yeah, we started off with Neptunia series, but now it's like so many more things. Like
Yep.
Roxy, you and me will still play stuff like Left 4 Dead 2 or Civilization 5, and Gracie and
one
me will
day we're gonna.
play things like Death Road to Canada or Nintendo games.
Dude,
A
we
lot of
actually never
Nintendo
did.
games.
Yeah, we never actually tried to get into playing the Age of Mythology like we
Yeah,
wanted
we
to.
have to. I am actually planning to re-download it once I have the extra drive, because I actually have the fucking space.
I missed Age of Mythology. I actually watched a 3-hour documentary on just the game itself.
What the fuck?
I sat down. I hate work so much that I just.
You hate work that you end up watching a 3-hour documentary of Age of a... What is...
The extended edition.
Dude. If that is how it turns out, you need a different job, my guy. That is not the job for you.
Yeah, cable technician is not fun. It's not fun.
Fucking hell! Like I think the longest thing me and Gracie ever did was two things. One being an epic, and the other being different to Canada, because we would sit on this for just so long because it was just so much fun.
Yep.
Oh, it's crazy.
And like
Oh, shoot.
it's funny because like different to Canada is actually, I think, the main thing we did when I was here the first time, because it was just something we could just play if when he wasn't busy, and we could just stop at any time. It was great. Actually, no, that's a lie. The actual longest thing I've ever done with Gracie was Stardew, because I remember there was one day where I was genuinely with him on it for 8 hours.
Hey,
It was
that's actually a very long time in that one.
yeah. I can't do that shit anymore these days. I just don't have the concentration for it.
Oh
But
man.
like back then, it was fun. It was a blast.
Oh my gosh. Those were different times. What
Like
if like what
cause I used to watch like a lot of streams a lot, but nowadays I can't even focus for an hour anymore on anything. Like I am thinking about getting retested so I can get concentration medication, but I don't know if I should.
I don't think you should.
You don't think I should?
I don't think you should.
What about
Medication
you,
doesn't
Gracie?
always help.
Eh.
Because Rexy, the reason why I have concentration is because I have ADHD. So that's why I'm thinking about getting like retested on that.
Mm,
I think
that makes sense
Honestly,
still.
it is her choice.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
that is so
I think I'll do it depending on what job I'm getting. But yeah, like that is like even watching VTubers, like I mainly watch clips because I can't.
You can't sit through a podcast, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like if I actually do something and it's something like that I can, like, for example, if I do my gachas and I just have it run in the background, I can sometimes do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the whole point of podcast is just to listen to it in the
Yeah, because
background.
what Gracie does not only with podcasts but also with like really long videos is like he'll do, since he has two screens, he'll do something on his one screen and then he'll watch a video or long video on the other one.
Yeah.
Because
So
it
it's like,
helps.
Sometimes I'll work on art while listening to a podcast. Sometimes I'll actually do editing while listening to a podcast. Sometimes I'll play video games while listening to a podcast. Sometimes I'll watch two
It's a
videos at the same
lot.
time.
I could not do that. I guess it
Just
depends on
because,
what it is, because if like you're listening to a podcast while watching like a silent gameplay video, then maybe. But I could not do it
yeah.
really.
Listen to a podcast and watch anime at the same time.
Oh, don't do that. You're gonna be so confused.
Oh, I do it already.
This guy. Oh shoot. Might as well. I think we've discussed a lot of the fandom and community, but
Uh,
Like it really
memorable
depends.
interactions.
well, yeah.
That's what we haven't
Wiz.
discussed.
Which
I
ones?
mean, share memory. I mean, I don't really.
So, I used to be part of a Pokemon community, and I have some memorable clips that I will probably just post up on the screen for YouTube to see, because it's the easiest way for me to do it, because I have to go find them.
I think
Ooh, boy.
so. I don't really interact too much with strangers. Two things I can think of is number one is I used to play a lot of it. I am planning to get back into it because it's such a fun game. It's 100% orange juice, and very I would very often play on my own with random people. And the community is the community is really wholesome and really fun. And it's so much fun to just chat with people while playing the game. I love it so much.
It's almost like they're actual chill people on that game, unlike certain other party games I can name.
Cough, cough,
And
Mario Party, cough, cough.
the other thing is it's actually something that happened more recently, but it's less with like a community and more like with my friends and Gracie that play Pokemon. Is that I got my very first shiny officially finally, and I was crying and I was so happy and like everybody was just congratulating me.
Oh yeah, when you can find people like that in the community, it's a very good community.
You're reminding me, honey,
Oh,
how I have to get back to a shiny hunt for a legendary I KO'd with poison.
that makes
I'm
me
at
sad.
over 100, 10k resets right now on it. And I have a shiny charm, mind you. And it just hasn't shown back up.
Ooh, boy. Oh, shoot. Talk about some collaborations.
Collaborations, you say?
Yeah.
So this is just
The first
okay.
point is a little bad.
This isn't really okay. This isn't really a wish collaborate. This isn't really like I really fucking desperately want this collaboration. No, it's more like a thing that bothers me.
Yep.
Is so the VTuber Gorgora played a lot of Blue Archive, and she made like songs, like little cover songs for Blue Archive. And there's just no collab with her, and it makes me so sad. I feel like she would deserve it.
Hmm.
Mm.
But like on like a dream collaboration was is like honestly I think I just because I think it would be really cool would be not really anything specific, just I feel like more Neptunia collaborations just because of the concept of what the girls are and how many interactions and dialogues that could bring up. Because like they are, for example, collaborated characters in Adeline, and the event was super fucking hilarious. Because it's like they're literal game console girls turning into like getting like the ship girl gear and talking to these ship girls that are so like it was like really interesting because they're kind of common. They're both personification of an object.
Yep.
That
So
some
like
people like to loot.
it would it would be cool that we could have them more often because there's so many games of like personifications of certain things like Girls Frontline, personifications of
Guns.
guns. Like that's a
Yay.
good example.
It's
Or my other thing would be Tails Off, just because Tails Off can fit in the
almost
characters can
anything.
fit in a lot of things. Because like we have brawlers, we have sword fighters, we have magic users. It opens up so many options.
Jude Mathis.
Or even like
Yes,
do the
that's what I think of when I think
yeah.
of brawler and Tails Off.
Or even like
Yeah.
like do the reverse where you have characters from other series collabing as like you get to have the character as like a playable character in a Tales of game.
Yeah, that really depends because for me personally, the last collab that happened was Tales of Arise and Sword Online, and that is the Sword Art Online characters in Tales of Arise look
Yeah, with
kind of
yeah,
goofy. I'm not gonna
with the
lie.
look, it's a little, but like
Cell World, yeah.
how they play.
Yeah, but like I think it also like really is a thing of like it should fit. Don't just make a random collab, for example.
And if you do that, where a character from another series is in this game world, give them a unique outfit. Don't just go with like their
Ooh.
default.
Ooh. Dude. Yay.
I think something that would be really cool is like so just because of how it works, and it should honestly more happen is collabs between fighting games.
Yes.
Cause
Ooh.
like you what you for something cause just because I don't actually know if it ever happened because I'm not like keeping too much, but something that would be cool would be a collab between BlazBlue and Guilty Gear.
I was about to bring that up. Is there
And
actually
Oh.
because Roxy, the funny thing is one of the default chat lines in BlazBlue Central Faction is want to play Guilty Gear Strive.
Typical.
Yeah, that is something
Absolutely
that has
typical.
never. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Literally something that's never happened still is that crossover. And by the way, the reverse is true too in another in one of the other games
Yeah.
Will you?
where the reverse happens where
Oh,
in
one of the Guilty Gear game, one of the Guilty Gear games
yeah
says want to play Blaze Blue.
yeah
Okay, but yeah, like
Ooh.
there's options. There's so many options of things that can happen.
Oh.
What about
I
you?
was looking at something. Shoot. Me, I personally love a lot of these. I personally love a lot of the ideas from anime collaborations with certain games. Of course, that's not the only thing that I'm actually interested in. I like to bring back food. So, I like to bring back food. I'm over here. I'm thinking about a certain anime.
Dude's hungry.
I just ate too. I just can't stop.
He can't stop eating, he must consume.
I wanted to eventually just go out and see some of the cafes in Tokyo.
Same,
A lot
cause like me and Gracie are planning to have like after getting married like a 1 month vacation in Japan, and like that's something I really want to do with them is like anime scene or even game scene cafes. Like right now, a lot of like scene cafes that are happening just because it turned out to be so big is there's a surprisingly amount of Oshinoko scene cafes.
Dude, I'm a Gundam boy.
I can't. I can't. Gracie knows
get
this.
it. I want to go and see the life-size Gundam.
Like that's gonna be like the one thing was like cafes. It's like obviously me and Gracie don't share taste, but like if he wants to go somewhere, I'll go with him there. But if I want to go somewhere, he'll go with me somewhere. So
Yeah.
I am so proud. That's the best option, honestly.
Are you looking forward to that day, Rock, where after the honeymoon and you and I have had our trip, it's we're flying you and a couple others there, and we're going figure shopping.
Because I need it.
no, I mean, okay, that will really depend because right now, the main plan is
Yeah.
Plutzi. The main plan is Plutzi.
Rock was also already planned on that.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later. I'm gonna have a conversation with you.
I talked about
He wants
this.
to fly.
I was in a call with both Plute and Rock when we talked about this.
Yeah,
Do you mind if we pause on
bring
this?
up with you.
Do you mind if we pause on this?
Oh shoot! You need to take a moment.
Can we have a cut?
Oh, let's go ahead and have a moment.
All right.
Okay. After a quick pee break, we're back in.
Yeah.
Definitely not a conversation between some.
Yeah, definitely not a couple's quarrel happened there as well.
It happens.
It happens from time to time.
Oh.
It just.
As I said during the break.
Yeah, literally, it was just because of I thought I had told her something, and it turned out I forgot.
As I said earlier during the break, I need a
For
girlfriend.
war.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Want to go in? Want to go in with what you were about to say?
We were gonna talk about what kind of content we'd create if given the chance.
Oh, I thought we were saying something else.
No.
Okay. Well, I want to be a travel blogger.
That doesn't surprise me with you.
Why? What do you mean? Do I seem like
in a good way? Because I know you. Because you're like that. You're an explorer. You're a curious little fella.
He's an adventurer.
She's talking about the times I spent with her in Minecraft.
No, I'm not. But you're not wrong. But no, like, and you're not one to settle. Like, you
sounds like Minecraft as well.
Oh my fucking god! Guys, I'm going to block you.
Don't do
wink.
that.
Don't
do that. Go ahead.
Gracie, you next.
Well, I'm kind of already trying to do it. I want to do game reviews and discussions.
Oh, sometime soon. Sometime soon.
Getting everything in place.
I like how he makes it sound like I like how Roxy makes it sound like you're gonna have like a huge fucking reveal, like a fucking game talk party.
Plans, baby. It's all planned.
It's all planned, and hopefully after this weekend, I'll have.
Oh
most
yeah,
of
it's
it
all
set
coming
up.
together now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that gif of Croc. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming together. I used to do that so much.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shoot.
The cool thing about it is that Gracie, depending on the game, can also like invite somebody. Like if it's like something like obviously I don't know if it will ever happen. Just because it's just something I'm throwing out right now. Is if it's, for example, let's just it's just an if scenario. Gracie talks about Hearts of Iron 4. He could invite
Wait, he does?
you. No,
He does?
I
Oh, just
What,
again.
did you not hear what I said?
It's an example.
Oh my god, I'm going to choke you!
She's going
missed
to
the
send
part where
her
she said it was an
hands
We
example.
actually just lost all brain cells during this conversation. Actually had freaking monkey with the instrument in his head.
Literally, she's
I
going
was so
to
excited.
send her hands over the internet.
Like I literally said, this is a what if scenario, and you go, wait, he does? I'm like, it's just like, how, dude? Like, actually, you're something else, dude.
As we
But I'm
said,
just saying,
explore.
like, what I meant to say is that depending on the game, Gracie could have like a guest with them,
E.
especially if, like, for example, if Gracie one day, let's
Really?
say it's another if scenario, if he does talk about Kid Icarus Uprising, I'd probably be in it because I fucking love the shit out of that game.
E.
That she does.
Oh, lab. Oh.
But
Dude.
the problem for her is right now I have no way of recording 3DS.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said, like, if it's a what if scenario, you know.
But the good thing is when I do and I get a capture unit for 3DS, because it's built. It's literally it has to be like installed inside 3DS, so it has to be
Mhm.
completely separate 3DS. There is this lovely thing known as 3DS hacking.
Yes.
Which, like,
Ooh.
as far as I know, that's kind of like Nintendo is kind of okay with that, because they shut off some freaking shop.
Yep.
Gaming. Oh. Family Feud. I'm gonna be a little
That's something
strange
you
right
want
now.
to do. You want to do Family
Dude.
Feud?
Dude, if I could be host Family Feud in Steve Harvey's place, I don't think I'll be funny.
Why do I remember this conversation between us
Listen,
happening at some point.
Nothing will ever beat Stephen Harvey just screaming from the top of his lungs, "Kill!" and point at
Yes.
the board.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that was peak Harvey. That was peak.
It was great. Oh shoot. Oh, change.
For
You gotta
me,
keep
I
yourself-
think. For me, Gracie already knows about this. Is so I don't feel comfortable showing my face because I don't feel comfortable with how I look.
She wants
That's
a
fine.
VTuber model.
I want to, as much as I am not too big in like the whole fan of VTubers things. Like there's definitely like a bunch that I watch and that I enjoy. But for me, it's the VTuber thing will mainly be just so that I can still somehow express my
Especially-
reactions to certain games without having to show my face.
Dude, the VTuber life is where it's at.
Like that is that is something that I really like admire about it. It's like there's so many ways to do things. Like for me, it would be because of I don't feel comfortable showing my face, that I can feel still comfortable in a way to show my expressions. With an example I said earlier was Iron Mouse. This is Iron Mouse's way of interacting with the world because she's sick. She can't go out. This is her way of being able to communicate with people and to have fun and do a passion. It's so intriguing, the amount of like, aside from obviously ooga booga eye anime person or ooga booga money, there's so many like deeper meanings to why people are VTubers, and that's why I just and that's why that's like content creation I want to target towards, is just because I feel like it's more fun seeing somebody's reaction to a game than just seeing the game the game as the only screen. So that is something I would like to try to do in the future, is have a VTuber model and then just have my reactions through that. Like if I play a horror game, I can have a funny screaming face.
The whole. Oh, sorry, I couldn't do
And
that.
I also feel like the communities around like VTubers at times is really fun. I also feel like a lot of the VTubers are like a lot more like to say unhinged. Like a good one that I can talk about, that I can think of, is Porcelain Maid or Shy Lily, who are just so unhinged, and it's just they don't care. They're not afraid, and it's funny. It's great. It's what makes them enjoyable. Especially because like another thing is like as like a content creator, there's obviously different communities that you can also like communicate with and collab with and stuff. And I feel like the VTuber community is like very open about collabing with other VTubers. So that would be something that I also would like to do, is try to collab with other VTubers.
Oh man, that would be fun.
So that's something like that is what I would like to do, but it's more of a thing of like I don't know if it will ever happen, but I would wish to be able to.
That sounds. That honestly, that's like a wish that a lot of us have, just like the ability to collab with someone else in our respective community.
Dude, if I can get this one guy called Yippee Ki Mr. Falcon on the podcast, I'd be very happy with myself.
Through the Closet Door collabing with Distractable. Imagine. What was Trash Taste, dude? Like that would
Dude,
be like
Trash,
the height.
I
Height.
would not. I would not.
It's like
I
that.
would
Oh,
not be very.
that's like
Oh
another thing, because
shit.
like the way that Trash Taste collabs with VTubers is very intriguing, because during the collab with Kali, for example, she was like, they actually had her model like sitting at the table, and it was kind of cool, and they were like acting like she was sitting there. It was so intriguing. It's very intriguing to see how people interact with, like, non VTubers interact with VTubers, like Ross.
Yes.
The artist Ross is like very interesting, especially because his girlfriend. Because like that's another thing. Like his girlfriend, no, sorry, wife. I'm pretty sure they're are they? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
married, right?
Garn.
His
Yeah.
wife, yeah, his wife Giwi is a VTuber, and she's like this
Boy.
really sick VTuber model with like the mouth on her belly. It's like it's so cool.
Yeah.
So like that's something like I'm wishing to do. Like it would be so cool. Like Gracie does a stream and I'm there with my VTuber novel, not the model
Or-
chilling. Dude, words are hard,
Well,
especially in the English
it's always been
language.
hard. Shoot. Ah, in that situation, we just need to know.
And it's something me and Gracie also talked about, would be that maybe one day, if we're having like a talking stream between me, him, and Pluty, that all three of us will have like a VTuber model like on screen talking to each other. Because Gracie can just do his character, for example, and Pluty has this like dedicated like purple-haired character that he constantly uses.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility, and it would be kind of neat. Cute. It would be
I
kind of
would
cute.
love to see it.
And before we've made the joke before of how somehow it's just these podcasts turn to just a whole bunch of VTuber models.
Oh, I'm not a fan. I'll just let myself be.
I make the comment of that. It's like, so who's gonna rig the afro?
But like, yeah, no, because like that's something that can happen one day. Is like once we actually get to like, instead of just having this still podcast, it's actually going to be like this camera. So it's going to be you, Gracie, and then
Actually
me was
have a
like a VTuber
personalist.
model. You know,
Dude.
because like I'm assuming this is because like obviously at some point our podcast will evolve into being with cameras.
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because I most definitely know. I've been thinking about turning on the camera for a minute.
I think it's more fun watching people like actually being able to see people talk about something than just what we're having right now. But obviously, it's just a temporary solution right now.
It's a temporary fix for because this is just how we're and like I'm planning. Like I said, I was going to originally get them put in for this week, but I'm gonna have to put them in next week. Is the I'm gonna put in new art for my picture and Rock's, and if you're here, Yuri, I gotta put one in for you, and I know exactly which one I'm putting in. And no, it's not the one you're thinking of. I'm going to do Fox does not compute.
Okay.
Fox does not compute.
He's planning to make a little picture of me with like a loading symbol, and it's saying Fox does not compute.
Oh boy. Oh, here's a very. Let's go ahead and go on then. Balancing passions with this. Where you try to take on the professional settings and your streaming lives.
See,
Well,
for me, it's like I don't have a job right now, but like obviously it's kind of gonna be funny if because like my plan is to be a VTuber streamer, so it kind of already like is that because I'm gonna be an anime character streaming games, so it's kind of gotta kind of be there,
yes.
Hi, hello. I juggle work. I juggle contract work, and I also juggle streaming and editing this channel.
Didn't you
It's
say that you
very-
heard at your work somebody listening to an anime song?
No, they're watching anime entirely.
Fun.
I can
That
tell
is
you.
great.
I can tell you what anime they were watching too.
Did you talk with them?
Nope.
Oh, you should have.
I know what anime
That
they're
would have been
watching
good.
though.
You should be like, "Oh, are you guys watching anime?" It's like
This anime?
that would have been an icebreaker. It would be great.
I am not great with conversation. You know.
Aw, I
I
know,
get
but like
that.
it's something. It's a possibility because like now hey, I have coworkers that watch anime. That's
Agreed.
sick. Because
The
like
wife
that's
was
something that I feel like
encouraging.
it's more like that something more showing up these days is people at work watching cartoons or anime. Because like you used to not like 10 years ago, that
It was
wasn't really
not.
a
It
common
was.
thing. But
Yeah.
like now it's like getting more common and people more openly talk about it. Or like heck, you could literally work somewhere, or more like you could show up with an anime t-shirt somewhere and somebody be like, "Oh, you like this show?" And it's like, yeah, because like that happened to me. I was wearing a Zelda, like when I was in Germany, I was wearing a Zelda shirt, and I went into a shop and they were like, "Oh, hey, that's a nice Zelda shirt and stuff."
I mean, okay. So if you want to go on that topic, I was wearing one of my Zelda month shirts, and someone made the comment, "Is that a Zelda month shirt?" And it's like, yes. And it's like, can you guess which one? They guessed wrong, but the fact that they knew it was a Zelda month shirt was
Oh.
Like it's so cool how we can communicate, how we can talk about like with each other about stuff from simply merch. Like that's so cool. It's so nice how like more open it is becoming these days. It is still
Unfortunately,
obviously
some people
still a
don't like
little,
it.
yeah, obviously it's still a little like restricted in some places, but like you can definitely see it being more like accepted and even like towards coming days.
It's
And it's cool.
great.
It's great.
Meanwhile, I sit down and I just talk to customers every day, trying to get them to just tell me when they want to put their internet equipment.
Yeah, you talk to customers every day. Me, what do? I put hardware on planks of wood.
Oh my gosh. It's a very different world for the both of us, man.
Yeah.
I want to go back to cooking so bad.
Oh my god.
If I could dedicate like my full time into into YouTube and whatnot, I would. But right now I can't because I don't have the
Yeah,
income right now.
Yeah, obviously one
I'm,
day that might change, but for now it's like it's a nice thing to have it like at the side of was your main job.
yeah,
Because
growing this.
that's still to this day a lot of like YouTubers. Obviously, some exceptions are like stuff like Mark, but Mark also does like he
Millions
uses
of
the money he gets to YouTube from YouTube to do work on like movies and stuff. So it's like kind of a thing of like he uses the money to make more work, you know.
Or more money in a sense, yes. Oh,
And then there's like obviously
it's all
people,
it's
and then there's people like Mr. Beast who like he gets money from his YouTube, uses the money to do good, and gets more money from that because of YouTube. And it's like it's such a good cycle.
yeah, those are great. Those are great examples
Yeah,
of
and then there's
positive
obviously,
positive work.
and then there's obviously other people that are like that are doing YouTube that are still big and still have like a little job at the side. Like I'm pretty sure it's the only reason. I'm pretty sure Mark would have a job if he didn't quit going to engineering school for YouTube, because like that was like the only thing that like was there that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
So
engineering is just a different beast altogether.
it really is.
Oh, that's a fun time, man. Shoot, I have no such thoughts of time management. Me, I
See,
simply just
I kind of am. Listen, Rex, we both know I kind of am your time manager at this point.
yeah,
At least
you
when
are
it
very
comes to
helpful
like
to
the
me.
online content, because like I don't know what's obviously going on in your personal life. So for me, it's like really just your online content. It's like, hey, this and
Gotta get
this,
on this.
dude,
Gotta get on
you
this.
gotta get on, bro. It's time.
Yeah,
And
she's
like
great
with
producer.
Gracie
I love
too,
it.
like I know it stresses him out a little bit if he like starts knowing, oh shit, it's getting time. But like I tell him often like, hey, you should start getting off. It's getting late. You have work in the morning to sleep, or like in the bathtub. I was like, okay, it's getting like 5:30. You should probably get out now. And like
Wow,
certain things. So like I kind of am both of your guys'
Mr.
time
Producer.
manager.
Producer is lovely.
I also have like
Yeah,
my
you
own.
manage your own time as well, but like I definitely like am also like more pushing with it, where it's like, dude, you really gotta like get off now. Or like in the
It's
morning, it's like, hey, you should get up.
I never even heard you say anything. By the way,
What?
when
when you waking him up.
you did not wake me up this morning.
Yeah, no, like I barely woke up to your. I think it was to. What is the one between Kickback and
The
Fire
one
and the Flames? I don't remember what you fucking called it.
Uh,
something.
The one that's like the mix song.
the mix. Oh yeah, the one that has one of the songs from the the Simple Gear mobile game, and then it leads into Synchrogazer.
Yeah, cause like you got to think about it, Gracie. I was knocked out for painkillers because of my headache.
Yeah.
Like I actually slept through because of that. I was because I had to take painkillers, Roxy, because I for some reason in the car got a headache. And it wasn't getting any better. I was like, no, I need to take an Advil before I go to bed, and I was knocked the fuck out.
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
the that was like and like the only other times where I don't wake Gracie up is because if I'm up until like 2 a.m. helping his mom with paperwork and I'm just so tired I will not even wake up fucking alarm.
Yeah.
Like if I'm really really tired I am out. he, he came
Yeah.
home the other day, and I was taking a nap because I was so tired because I wake up around 5, but I also stay up later than him. So I took a nap, and he comes home, pokes me, nothing. He goes to take his bath, comes back into his room, pokes me, nothing. He goes to sit down, I wake the fuck up.
Different thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Trying to make sure I got it right. Oh,
You will never get it right. I'm joking. I'm joking.
we're learning. We're learning today, boys. Oh shoot.
How
No.
do you think
What about?
technology will like shape the future of like anime gaming? Like
Oh,
how we
dude.
were earlier talk about like VR. How do you think it's gonna affect like games, for example, and stuff like that?
Oh,
Actually,
dude.
also anime was how like I think it was Apple that is doing these like VR phone thingies, majings. I don't know what they're
There's-
called.
Yeah, this new tech is definitely infecting the the otaku community, much bigger than a lot of people would speculate.
Was the gaming community kinda, but it's also still a thing of like a lot of developers will both make a non VR and a VR version of said game, but I don't know for how much longer they will go on because obviously eventually the VR thing, both for like watching stuff and playing stuff, will be dominant, so to say.
Yeah.
I don't know how far into the future, but like eventually it will.
It'll just
Especially
take
if we
over.
keep especially if we keep working and progressing on the way VR works with how they're testing senses and stuff.
Oh man, yeah. This
So
it's definitely gonna really change the way that we think about this stuff.
I don't know if it will. I don't know. So I don't think, aside from like VTubers that have arisen since like a couple of years now, I don't think technology will really affect content creation too much. So I think VTubers was like a big step, especially with how VTubers are now getting like these 3D concerts and stuff and 3D models. I think that was like a really big step for content creation, and it was a successful step. It was definitely a successful step.
Hmm.
But other than that, I can't really think how we are going to be advancing in content creation.
Ooh, I personally like what's the steps that have been made. There have been some very interesting changes to content creation in the recent past. It was just because of the Chat GPT situation. Things
Yeah, because
started to really pick up.
like was like with the example I gave earlier, it was like Doug. He does a lot of like things where chat can act as a certain character with Chat GPT, or where he does like Chat GPT GP was it GPT? I
Yes,
always
GPT.
forget. I'm bad with like short like synonyms.
Yeah, Chat GPT.
Yeah, so it was like there was this stream he had where he was playing Pajama Sam, and he made ChatGPT into Pajama Sam and had ChatGPT try to solve the puzzles of Pajama Sam. So like that is a very creative way to make content.
Yeah, it's not something that's small. People
Like
gotta look at
ChatGPT
this
is
stuff.
definitely like a step we have taken recently that is making content like this.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get a little bit stranger as time goes on, because I have seen recently that people have begun using ChatGPT in order to make not just full-fledged YouTube content, like from the script to the video itself. Yes, it's possible,
So like
but they will.
it's definitely, it's not like we aren't progressing, but it's like more like a thing of like I can't think of anything that would develop content creation. I could definitely think of ways that anime game create, how was the activity was it just being like how it's going to be in the future. But when it comes to content creation, it's just like head empty,
Head empty,
There's
no
a-
thoughts.
no
There are
thoughts.
some things. There's some things that we just gotta see, wait and see. So here's a very interesting question. To cover up the entire thing, just to the audience themselves, and this is going to be included with the Spotify episode. What unique ways? What's a unique way you found to blend your hobbies and interests? Because this is a whole plethora of things. Because we were basically talking about a lot of our current interests.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
How did you blend in your hobbies and interests? This is not to y'all. We've already talked about this.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is just to
Sorry,
the audience.
I went cross eyed there because
I'm
like
not
I didn't even fully understand the question because like I sometimes do have a little bit of a hard time understanding you because you do have a slight accent at times. So
Yeah, Southern. It's a Southern thing.
yeah, so it's like what the fuck?
Yeah. So, what unique ways have you blended your personal hobbies and interests? Like saying, if you go like me, you've been in a kitchen, and you've somehow managed to take what you've learned in the kitchen, watch the show, and made something that was something from the show using some of the techniques you learned in the kitchen. That's just one of the things I've done. I'm very certain that you guys have similar experiences, but I want to know what the audience has. I want to know what they're. Yeah, because I want to know some other fun things they've done. Like maybe they're like Linus Tech Tips. They take.
Oh god.
They take
I mean, there's definitely a
the
lot of people out there,
jankiest setup.
a lot of people out there, for example, that have definitely done many more anime foods than we have done. So that's like another thing where it's like that's gonna be interesting to read. It's like, hey, did anybody actually try making a food from an anime
Or games.
Is it
or
bad?
games? Yeah.
I can actually say I have seen like some of like the days where they've been recording.
Ooh, excuse me.
Because on like the days where they've recorded like outside somewhere, some of those days I just so happen to have been in the area.
For what?
For what? When we were just talking about him,
Ayaki?
Linus.
Oh yeah, this dude.
Oh. I'm
my
so
God.
glad that Roxy was also confused. I was like, huh?
I was like, yeah, Linus Tech Tips has done a lot of crazy stuff, man. With his I guess you could say experience,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
janky setups, and his over the top decisions, like running freaking hot water from his computer server room to his pool. That's a really janky solution, but it works. I can't believe there's actual the theorem of thermodynamics actually works with what he's doing. But dog, that's just really janky. Who's gonna do something like that?
I mean,
Who's finna-
honestly, it's not really just because I'm used to Michael Reeves' content.
And
Content. Sorry, I had S and X in my head for some reason. I'm so used to Michael Reeves' content that shit is just not crazy to me anymore. Like once you watch Michael Reeves, I feel like you're ready for everything.
fair enough. That's fair. Oh
Like-
shoot! I just want to know.
Dude is actually insane. Which, like, hey, that's entertaining content because that.
It makes good content. I totally recommend that. Shoot. Lose yourself. Seriously. Just lose yourself in your hobbies. But just make your money. Make your money so you can keep doing those hobbies. Oh, shoot. I think I've pretty much gone over everything in this one.
Yeah,
We have a long one this time. This is a 3-hour session of where I actually get to enjoy myself.
You're welcome for this one, Rock.
Hey,
Yeah, I definitely would never have thought about this this method of
yeah, just
content.
normal discussions like this are like really can be really fun at times. So
Yeah.
especially
the-
because like it doesn't because of this. I know that there's a lot of like specific content which can cause burnout. So stuff like this helps preventing said burnout because you're
Yeah,
changing up the schedule, so to say.
Yeah, so here's what I've got. Next week we're going back to anime. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Bushido Road is gonna be our continuation. If you don't know what I mean by that, yes, we're talking about Bang Dream. We're talking about Bang Dream,
You really you're gonna watch an idol anime? Interesting.
and not the only one. There's another one, Card Fight.
Like Vanguard, like Car Fight Vanguard.
Yes, yes, both of which.
Which season? Because like there's like is there like fucking 5 seasons at this point?
Yes, there is. We're gonna talk about the newest one.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm doing that is because again, I've been doing a little bit of Bushiroad gaming, Bushiroad card game sessions. In particular, Bang Dream and Vice Wars, and then Card Fight Vanguard. Might as well get my head into this one because I've played Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Yes. And then you're reminding me, I want to at some point get into the Digimon TCG.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
That's
he talked
so
about it yesterday because we were talking about we were standing for the cards. He was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about it."
I haven't played Digimon in years. Oh man!
I just want I want a day where I can just gush about it, but that won't happen because there's no currently airing anime for it.
And I don't see anyone planned in the next few months.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I mean, you never know. There's always surprises in life.
True.
Unless we decide, yes, we'll just pick this. We'll go back and we'll like talk about some of the older ones and stuff.
At some point.
At some point, not now.
Oh, but we're gonna go ahead and close this one out just to keep it going. We're gonna come back next week and talk about these other things. And yes, I'm going to somehow incorporate Vice Wars into that conversation. It won't take me long. You can believe that. It won't take me long.
Insert the doubt the doubt image.
Press X to doubt.
Press X to doubt. Either that or the fry suspicious.
I'm not sure I believe you. Alright. I appreciate y'all for joining me.
I'm glad to be
I don't know if you're gonna join us for next week.
After all, I'm the one who records and edits all of this for YouTube.
Like at this point, Gracie, remember, I'm just here as a guest. I'm like, hey, what's up, people? I'm crashing the party. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Bye. See you in a month again.
I mean,
producer Yuri, here we go.
I mean, to be fair, you will be here when we do the next month one because we're talking waifus.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'll absolutely. Like, I'm just warning, by the way, people, whenever the next discussion happens, I'm a very unhinged person. I like my waifus, I like my lewd waifus, and I'm not afraid to say it in show. Okay, afraid to say it.
I need a girlfriend.
Oh!
Okay. I'm gonna end it off with that one. We will see y'all next week.
See y'all.
Bye.